Good morning. It is the Joie Chronicles, day 23, I think. Wait, should I check the calendar? It's like the days are going by so quickly. I'm having so much fun with this. Day 23, yep, it's Monday. Okay, yay, I'm there. I am having a blast with this, and this is kind of different for me to do a morning chat, so I'm excited about it. It's kind of cool, so it's gonna be, I actually had to I'm behind though, so I'm like, where's my drink? I don't even have a drink in front of me. I may have to step away and go get my drink. I had to get my camera all positioned vertical, just to make sure that we didn't have any technical issues with my guests joining me today. Good morning, Linda. Happy you are here. We are in for a treat today with our guests joining us in a moment, right? And in the meantime, here, check this out. Shout out to LuLaRoe. Have any LuLaRoe fans watching today? You have to definitely thumbs up in the comments if you like LuLaRoe. And if you are a friend of mine who does LuLaRoe, make sure to comment here, say hi, and I will tag you and shout out to everybody. So this is a cool one of their little Disney shirts. I love it. It's perfect colors for me. So you can't stay long. No, Linda, you have to stay. You don't want to miss this. No, but you can always catch the replay, so that's no problem. But I love having you here live. So you have to share where you're watching from, and I know where you are state-wise, but you can say that for everyone else that doesn't know. But then also tell us where you're watching from, because me, I'm sitting at my kitchen table. Kind of boring, but the lighting here is good with the windows. I've got windows on both sides coming in, and then you can see my that over the that way. The area here that you can't see is my library. And then this is my living room right there. It's all very open here, so I love it. And let's see, I am waiting for Roberta to jump on for our chat. So I've got my little iPad here too, because I'm multitasking, because I want to be able to show you some pictures. But my iPad is loading, man. I don't know why it's still loading. It's just slow, right? So I want to be able to write her back. Make sure I didn't miss a message or anything. I've got my notes over here. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'll get there. This is a Monday morning for me, right? This is morning period for me. Let's see. Yes, I am there. I want to tell you, in case you haven't gotten it yet, that I'm excited that doing these live videos is fun. I really enjoy them, and if you guys haven't done a live video yet, I highly recommend that you do. But it's just kind of cool. You can't miss it. So I'm telling her, I'm messaging her on WhatsApp, another little of our technology things. I'm live, waiting for you. Should be good. Totally be cool. How do I send? Wait. Okay, there we go. So now we're just gonna wait for her to join us. It's gonna be totally cool. Hey, Linda, since you're here, real quick while we're waiting for Roberta to join, you wanna jump on live? Do you have clothes on? I'm sure you do. I'm sorry. I just had to say that. So, let's see. There you go. I'm gonna invite. Oh, you can't join a live video? I was gonna invite you. You must be watching on your desktop or something. That's no fun. I don't have a little green icon there either. Oh well, so sad, so sad. How do I tell her how to get there? Let's see. Can I? Hey Linda, I can't. Can I comment? Wait, I'm gonna comment. Oh, I wonder, can I tag somebody in a comment here? Let's try this. This is great. To test this out. Oh, that didn't work. It's letting me type her, but it's not letting me tag her. Hey Linda, if you're still there, can you make a comment and tag Roberta in it? She's trying to find where I'm oh, there she is. She jumped on. She's watching. Okay, cool. Hey Roberta. Awesome. Sorry, I thought there's always some little step that we missed, right? So, oh well. But you're here now. Jamie's here too. So hey, good morning, guys. let's see. You are here, so I'm gonna invite you. I got a little green icon. Awesome. It says invite to broadcast. Yay. So you guys ready to meet Roberta? I know that Jamie, you and Linda, I know you guys are, but that's okay. There you are.
OM goddess, I did it.
You did. You're here.
Everybody who's watching, ladies, you have witnessed a miracle of modern technology. Roberta jumped on live.
Is this only your second time being live?
Yes, the other time was with.
Oh, right. Were
Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember, but were you live at that time or were you just watching other people?
I'm not confessing to anything.
Awesome.
Stop trying to trick me.
No, but this is how you get the kinks worked out. Being a guest on somebody else's live is great because then there's like it's less pressure for you. If we do it portrait style like this, like you don't have to worry so much. It's easy, right? I think everybody
You keep freezing, Tiff.
So what?
Tiffany, you keep freezing.
Oh, I do. Oh.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Okay. No. Okay, let me try another location. I put all the mess in one corner so you guys wouldn't see it. Okay.
Well, I can only see your face right now, so I'm not seeing all this stuff.
Okay, good.
So you're good.
Okay, that's good.
But let's see, for Jamie and Linda, you guys that are watching, if I'm freezing too, for you, let me know, because I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or Roberta's Wi-Fi. So if it's me, I can like reset my box. And I've done that before, and it doesn't apparently kick me off of live. So I could totally do that if I don't want to be freezing up the whole time. So. Okay, but you guys, I know, so Linda says she's watching from New Berlin, New York. Jamie, I don't know where you're watching from. So share that, tell us where you're watching from, but also not just city, but location. Like where, and if you're home, where are you at, you're watching, you know, because I had a friend last night was watching from bed. I was like, that's totally cool. And where are you at, Roberta?
I am in my living room.
Living room.
I'm in my living room, and I'm in Eastport in Annapolis, Maryland, right on the, let me see if you can see this. Can you see the boats? Can you see the boats?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's my living room. I have a beautiful view of the little harbor. Let's see if I can take you outside and show you. I'm all locked in.
Will your camera's facing the other way. You're fine. Will you reset the Wi-Fi for me real quick? Okay, I'm gonna go this way.
So those
my honey's getting ready for work, and you're
beautiful sailboats of Annapolis.
That's totally cool. You've got a great view.
Hi, Kerwin. Yeah.
Yeah, he got called in for overtime today, so he's on his way to work. So. Oh. And Jamie is watching from work. Ooh, go, Jamie! Yay!
Yay,
Hi,
me!
Christine, where are you watching from? Like, tell us your city and like where in your area, like in your home. And I'm in my kitchen. Like, where are you watching from? So, it'd be totally cool. It's kind of fun seeing people able, join in from all over. So that's really kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we are. My honey is resetting the Wi-Fi, so hopefully I don't keep freezing up on you guys. But we are having a chat today with Roberta about her European quest that she was recently on. And I'm so excited to hear about this. I've in theory think I've got the pictures that you sent on my iPad. So if all goes well, I can then hold it up and show everybody, because we don't have, like, I figure if I did something on my desktop, like with a screen share, we could see it better. I could put pictures up, but that's I'm not there yet, so.
Okay. Well, you hold them up and then I'll talk about them.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, like here's the spices that actually Linda sent me, so you should be able to read the ingredients on there. So I'm hoping that works fine on the pictures, but if the pictures look backwards, I can change that too. So, Oh, and Christine is watching in Scotland near Edinburgh. She's sitting up in bed. Awesome. And
Hi,
what time is it
Christine.
for you? So you're super far ahead of us, but what actual time is it for you right now? Because we're at 9:12 in the morning right now, so that's kind of cool. So exciting. Glad you guys are here. All right, Roberta. So
Yes.
what is this like quest that you've been on? Tell us.
Gosh, it's not easy to do in a nutshell, but in a nutshell, I'm looking for the Black Madonna, or the Madonna Nera, as they say in Italy, or La Vierge Noire, as they say in France. She's all over the Mediterranean region, and she stands about 18 inches high, and she's completely black, like the wood is black, and she holds the baby Jesus in her arms, and she's like always arrives under mysterious circumstances. She always comes, they find the statue in a cave, or they find the statue buried underground, or a shepherd finds the statue, and then they erect a church. So it's just a mystery. And I read so much Nancy Drew when I was a kid. You know, it's like a mystery in the church. I love it. So that's kind of.
It's always like 18 inches high. I mean, it's always like it's a thing. It's a statue.
There are variations on it, Tiffany, but it's always kind of small. It's always diminutive. It's never like a full-size statue, and she's always dark. She's always, and so to me, she represents the aspect of the divine feminine that is mysterious and hidden, the earth aspect. You know, we always talk about Mary, Queen of Heaven, and, you know, high up in the celestial spheres, but there's an aspect to the Madonna, or to the divine feminine, that resides in the earth. And we are messing it over right now. I hate to say that, but we need her. It's like, she's like, stop doing this to me. So.
Well, and just real quick, I know, see Linda and Christine's going to make dinner, and Linda's got to come back for the replay. So just want to say goodbye to you guys. Thanks for stopping in.
Bye.
Hi, and welcome to Valerie. Valerie is here too. So happy you're here. And Roberta, as you see, if you can see, when your friends join that are watching, just
Antonio is going to be my landlord. Will you see Antonio Rosafio? He's going to be my landlord. Hi, Antonio. I've never seen him in person. Yeah.
And he's watching now.
And he's watching, yes, from Italy.
Oh my goodness, now I got Italy on board too. That is totally cool. Well, you guys, as your friends join, Roberta, keep calling out and saying hi to them, because I don't see when your friends join. I can see all of the comments, but when you see it like says, you know, someone is watching, I don't see that if they're your friend. So just make sure to say hi and tell them to say hi and where they're watching from. So,
yeah.
Okay. This is exciting. So how did you learn about this Black Madonna and her connection to the earth?
Well, I've always had a devotion to the Virgin Mary. Always, always, always. And whenever I was in real trouble as a kid, I would say my Hail Mary. I was raised very strict Catholic, but man, I was on to the Hail Mary, not the Our Father, mind you, the Hail Mary. So I would go to the Mother. It was like, and so over time, I developed an interest in visiting and collecting the divine feminine form from every place I visited, whether it was Mexico or whether it was in the United States. I'll show you very quickly, I have a huge portrait of Our Lady of Guadalupe. I'll show you. Can you see her? Can you see her?
Nope.
No. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. I might have to.
I mean, I probably can, but it's small in relation to everything. So.
Yeah. I'll show you. So anyway, this is Our Lady of Guadalupe, and she appeared in Mexico.
Oh, now I can see. Oh, totally.
Yeah, and you probably have seen her. Yeah, you've probably seen her around. And she's not really a Black Madonna. She's kind of a brown Madonna. So from the middle, from Mexico, from the Central American country.
Right.
So why does she appear? What is this all about? It's just a mystery, and I love finding her. I found her all over the south of France, the Languedoc, where they speak the language of Occ. That's that part of France that doesn't speak traditional French.
Mm.
Their ancient language is Occ, O-C, or Occitan. You know, you've heard of Occitan,
Uh-huh.
yeah, well, that part of France. And
Okay.
so, where does she come from? So I've done a lot of research, Tiffany, on her to discover her origins and what she came for, what she stands for. It's just like digging into a mystery. And parts of it I have to kind of piece it together. So I piece it together and it's coming through my filter. So, I take legends and things like that and then I piece them together and try to make sense of it. So, because she's always found in the earth, I think she's like the earth mother. You don't often think of the Virgin as a part of the earth, but she is. She's the underside of the Virgin, the dark side. There's the two sides to everything. And
Mm.
she could be akin to the goddess Kali, who, in the Hindu tradition, she's the mother that devours her own children. She's just very fierce. Have you ever seen the images of Kali? No, you'll have to look them up. She's in the Hindu pantheon.
Wow.
Tiffany's like, I'm staying away from that one.
Far away.
See that look?
It's like the happy light stuff. I want to go to
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. Well, she's just dark because she's mysterious, and I would say she would be the goddess of depression when you go so deep inside your own being that it's very dark.
side.
She's guiding you at that time, not the bright light up in the sky, sunshine Madonna. It's not that kind of a time. Um,
Right.
and she would be the goddess of the wind and the water and the earth elements.
I'm good with that though. The earth
Yeah,
elements, I'm okay with
yeah.
that.
Think of her that way. You can think of her any way you want. I do. Just
So when
think of
you
her.
got so when you got to Italy, like what did you start doing? I mean, did you go to specific churches or were you talking to people or how did you
I
pursue your
went to a
quest?
lot of little mountain villages because she's usually hidden away, like not in the big cathedrals. Except you will find two Black Madonnas in Chartres Cathedral underneath in the crypt, not
Okay.
in the upper celestial spheres of Chartres, but in the crypt you will find them. And what did I do? Well, I jumped in the car and I made my friend Alan drive me to all these little remote villages. And we found everything. We found the world champion gluten-free pizza maker in Moliano and the Black Madonna. And so we had a picture. I'm thinking of him. He had a picture of himself delivering pizza to the Pope. It's Pope Francis, which
Oh
was
wow.
so precious. He was so proud of that.
Yeah.
But I go to these churches, and a lot of time, by the time we got there, everything in Italy closes in the afternoon. So if you go to Italy, get ready for that. And
Okay. Like is
Alan
it
went
a is
up
it a
and
short window and then it reopens or is it just done for the day?
no, from about 12 to 4:30. They take a big lunch and a big siesta, and then they come back and they work from about 4:35 until 7 or 8. And that's why they
Okay.
eat so late. They eat about
Gotcha.
9
Okay.
o'clock. Yeah. So banks close, everything closes. So get ready for that because it's an adjustment. You can't just run to the
Sure.
bank when you feel like it?
Because you're supposed to be eating and sleeping with everybody else, right?
I know you have to get on a different rhythm. It's a whole lifestyle. It's amazing.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I interrupted. So you were saying that you got to places and they were closed, or?
Yeah, I got to places and Alan had to beg the padre to open the church for me. And it was just always something. And then I found out that my grandparents are from a little village called Monte Sant'Angelo, which means the Mountain of the Angels. And so it's up in the Gargano, which is hi guys. Hello.
They're saying hello.
Which is the spur of the boot. Hi, guys.
He's got a glove.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's Larkin. He's wanting to
She's
protect
happy, huh?
his finding. He doesn't want anybody to take his glove. Ah, I got it. I don't think Kerwin wants his glove to be eaten.
Probably not. Probably not.
Let me put them all outside. Sorry, I'm right here, but get outside, guys.
Okay. That's
They're
okay.
starting to
Hi,
get
everybody.
vocal.
Tiffany's leaving me, so I'll talk with you.
Right?
If you have any questions, put them in the bottom, and Tiffany or I will get to you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Very cool. So you begged the Padre to open the church for you, right?
We begged the Padre. That was in Muliano. And he did. And there's this stunning Black Madonna there, just in this little church way off in the small village. And then I found one. I was telling you, my grandfather and grandmother are from Monte Sant'Angelo, which means Mountain of the Angels. And I found one. The patroness of Foggia is a Black Madonna. Who knew where my grandparents were from? And that was a big key to me. It was like, wow, who knew? And also, I don't. This is church history or church goings on, but there has been a recently canonized saint named Padre Pio, so it's San Pio now, and he was a stigmatist. Like he would literally identify so closely with the crucifixion that his hands would bleed while he was saying mass. He was like a mystic and just performed all kinds of miracles and all that. And this was in the 1800s and early 1900s and on up to, I don't know exactly when he died, in the 60s maybe. But anyway, they have a big sanctuary and a big hospital for San Pio. And that's very near my grandmother's and grandfather's village, San Giovanni
Wow.
de Rotondo. So
Huh.
anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All those Italian names for everything. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, they're
So
beautiful. My grandson is taking piano, Tiffany, and he said, Nona, did you know that Italian is the language of music? I never knew that. Piano, forte, allegro, those are all Italian words. So all of opera is, good opera, we'll say, is Italian. Never mind, we won't go there.
That is on my list, though. I absolutely want to see. But see, my thing has always been France. France has been huge on my bucket list, and so I definitely want to see an opera there. I'm not a big fan of opera. I think partly because it's always been another language, and it was just like I can't understand it and all. But I'm ready to kind of give it another shot. And if you're going to be in France, I figure you got to go see the Italian Opera House. I mean, not the Italian. The French Opera House is there, so I'm sure in Italy, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, La Scala is like world renowned for opera. But let me tell you, I'll give you a hint that'll probably help you out. Zeffirelli filmed an opera with a young Placido Domingo, and it's called it means the fallen woman. I can't remember. I'm losing it. Anyway, I'll think of it. Anyway, it's wonderful because the filming is beautiful, like Romeo and Juliet, with Olivia Hussey and whoever he was. And it's beautiful. It's easy to understand. The other one is Carmen. If you can get Zeffirelli's version of Carmen, because it makes the story intelligible, and then go see the opera. I would say it'll make it easier and more facile for you to grab hold of what was going on, because honestly, it is a passionate art form. And I've heard it is the highest art form, Tiff, because it has symphony, it has chorus, it has acting, it has everything rolled into one, and it's potent, especially the Italian,
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure just the whole experience there would be on another level, right? I mean, how could you not appreciate it, in some sort of way? I've always liked plays, and musical productions, just haven't gotten to the opera side yet, but I'll check it out. Is Zeffirelli, I mean, why?
He's a famous film director. Why did he do opera?
Why do you say, why check out his version of, Carmen? Like, what is different about him?
It is exquisitely beautiful. It's not just the stage and somebody filming it. You see all the different, what the people are thinking, and you can see it's an art form in and of itself, just the film. And then you get the opera, and then you get the meaning, and you get everything all rolled into one, and it's very pleasurable to watch.
Oh, so it's a
It's a
movie?
movie, a film. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
movie. You could
gotcha.
watch the movie and then go to the opera. Is Kerwin down with that?
It's all good.
Just give a thumbs up.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. I'm always just like, I would be like, I'm live. Just make sure in case he doesn't want to be on camera or something, or make sure, it's like, anytime you're doing live. So and then he never knows which way the camera is facing. So he's like, so I will check it out then. Zeffirelli's Carmen. And when you think of the name of the other one, give it a try.
La Traviata. La Traviata.
Okay, I have heard that one.
Yeah, it means the fallen woman or the naughty woman. And it's a beautiful story. She's a beautiful soul. And those are two like really emblematic operas. Yeah, they're not like the unknown ones.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hey.
I got to, Jamie. Jamie's comment, did you see? She's like, don't encourage the heckler. Well, I have to.
Hi, Jamie.
He's my heckler.
Don't encourage the heckler.
He's the best heckler. He's like, there's always one in the crowd, but he's just awesome. He just, he's like the guy. I'm trying to get him. So like today's supposed to be his day off, his weekend, today and tomorrow, but he got called in for overtime. But if he's not on overtime tomorrow, I'm doing, my live video is going to be back in the kitchen, and I'm going to be making some fun stuff. And so I want him to be in there with me if he's not working, but he's like, no. But
I'll make sure I'm working.
he might be my taste tester. It would be totally cool. But he's
Tell Kerwin that if I got over myself, he can get over himself.
There you go. He's laughing. No, but you can't resist. Like if you can get through a live video with Kerwin there, you can handle it. You can handle anything.
Listen, I taught 8th grade science. I can handle anything. A house full of 8th graders. Why?
Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, no, I don't envy you that.
No.
So let's see, I've got all these pictures here that you sent me. How do I like
right.
full page? Oh, yay. Okay, cool. So let's see if you guys can see this. If I go like this. Whoa.
Let's see, which one is that? Oh, okay. So I stayed in Bari, Italy, and Bari is one of the seaports, and the cruises go out from Bari to Greece. So if you want to take a cruise just across the Adriatic for like 8 or 9 hours, you can end up in Greece from Italy, which is a very cool, fun thing to do. But in the streets of Bari Vecchia means the old city of Bari, Italian ladies sit in their doorsteps, in their door frames, and they make pasta. And so this lady is making homemade pasta on the streets, and you can buy it. And they're also making, you see up in the front, they're also making dorales. And I could never find my grandmother's cooking tiff anywhere in Italy. I ate in many Italian restaurants. Never, until I went to Puglia. And in the south of Italy, that's how my grandmother cooks. And she used to make dorales, but big ones. So I finally found my grandmother's cooking. Oh, they're little, they can be little snacks. They're like little pretzels, but no salt. And they're delicious. They're made with olive oil and, the typical. And they can be flavored. They can have like garlic flavoring or herb flavoring or whatever. But they're just a snack.
Wow.
The big ones that my grandmother used to make, we used to dunk in coffee.
And
you see the little round things in the bags? Yeah.
So these things over here, right?
Those.
Down here.
Right.
So where is she in this picture?
She is in her own kitchen, and I'm in her doorway.
It's her doorway, because it looks like she's in her house. So I'm like, wow.
It is. It is. They just open their door, and they sit there and make the pasta, and you walk on the street, and you buy their pasta.
And you can just, like, how cool is that? You're just there, like, they're got a little shop. Open your front door, and you've got a shop. That's cool.
Exactly, exactly. Who knows what the health regulations are? We don't know. We don't ask those questions, you know. I don't know that they even have any, but we won't go there.
You know, I think you could tell. She opened her door. There's her house. There's her kitchen.
Yeah,
You're gonna see, you know, the condition she keeps it in, right? And if it didn't
yeah,
look so nice, you probably wouldn't want to buy the pasta, right?
probably not.
But I think sometimes you just need regulations to stay out of it, you know, and let people just
Yeah.
live and do their thing. I mean, like, why would somebody go, I'm a reporter, do you have a permit to be selling pasta from your doorway? I'm like, come on, people. I think that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. My cousin is a food Nazi. She's a personal trainer. She's 65. She looks 45. Millie, are you there? Anyway, she looks great because she just is really into fitness. And she would eat the pasta in Italy because they haven't hybridized their wheat to the extent that we have hybridized our wheat, and it's actually healthy for you. So it's not
Interesting.
naughty bad pasta. So if she would eat it, anybody in the world can eat it.
Okay,
It doesn't
well,
have
that's
that
interesting, man.
gluten junk.
There's
Anyway,
hope for me. So you got your first request, Roberta, to be a tour guide. Valerie wants you to be
okay.
a tour guide.
All right, Valerie, I'm down. I'm going to go for 6 months next year. I'll keep you
There you go.
posted.
She let the cat out of the bag. That's it. She's going back.
Oh,
We
yeah,
got
she is.
6 months,
I fell
people.
in love, Tiffany. I fell in love. I mean, always before it was with a man. This time, well, not so much. It's with the whole country.
Who needs a guy when you got the whole country, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you can do
Kerwin's
what you
left
want.
already, so.
Kerwin, okay, yeah.
No, Kerwin is left. He's gone. He's out the building now, so he's on his way to work. So now I can talk about him. I can say that comment about men, you know. Yes, Jamie. She should take a group of us. See, Roberta, I'm telling you,
All right.
you've got this down. You have to
I've got
do
it down.
while you're out there.
I'd be
So
happy
when
to
are you
do it
going?
because I loved it so much. Do you know, I loved it so much, and I have pochino Italiano, just enough to get by.
I was
I'm
going to
taking
ask
an
that question if
Italian
you have to
test.
learn Italian. Okay.
No, honestly, anybody under 20 has taken English in the public schools. They teach English and Italian. Yeah, so they're,
Okay.
and of course they want to practice their English, and I want to practice my Italian. So I'm speaking broken Italian and they're speaking broken English. It's just a happy marriage,
Oh, awesome. Oh gosh, I love it. And tell everybody when you're going, but know everybody that's watching. I have first dibs on accommodations, so you just have to check with Roberta to know her date, and then check with me, make sure I haven't already earmarked the room. Okay, so.
She has, yes, she has. I'm going, and this is if I can get a visa. I have to get a visa, but I want to go for 6 months from April through September because I want to be there at the end of September at my grandparents' village. They have a huge festival for San Miguel. And in Italy, my grandparents would celebrate not their birthdays, never their birthdays, but always San Miguel, their feast days. And my grandmother's name was Micaela, which is Michael, based on Michael, and my grandfather's name was Michele. And so they were both named after St. Michael. So, it was just a big deal in our family to have San Miguel. And so I went there. We stayed, Millie, my cousin and I took her for her 65th birthday to my grandparents' village. And so we stayed there for one night, which was fun. But I'd like to stay there for all 3 days. They have big festivities and big, food, giant. You saw a picture of me on Facebook eating, stuffing my face with this Torrone. Oh, yeah. The best pizza has arugula on top. It's like a salad. And you cut a slice of pizza and you roll it on its side and you make like an arugula sandwich. And it is so good. Yeah, it's so good.
It looks amazing. I love arugula. I mean, I've got tons of it in the fridge right now. That's like my go-to for making salads. I mean, that looks good. And if it's got a pizza crust made with good flour,
Yeah.
I might have to not be raw for my Italy trip,
Well, I can talk to you about raw from an Ayurvedic perspective, but that's a whole nother conversation.
We've already got a second video show planned. Awesome. I would love that conversation too. You're coming back.
Who's the heckler? Who's the heckler? Is it you or is it Kerwin?
He's teaching me.
Okay, I got it.
No, I just think sharing information is so cool, and people just keep stuff to themselves all the time. I'm like, you need to share, right? I'm up for learning. And as far as like my eating right now it's all about health, and that's really what my goal is.
Yeah.
And how good can I feel, and keep feeling better. And so I'm open for stuff. I am. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. I'm open to learning. And no, Valerie, I'm not for that. I get first dibs, man. But it's looking like my trip is gonna be May, like somewhere in between, around the middle of May at some point. So I don't know. Kerwin's trying to go out on a cruise, but I'm like, but Roberta's gonna be there. We have a place to stay. She's gonna give us the tour. I'm like,
yeah.
It's like he may have to go on the cruise by himself.
Or you could do both. Why stop? It's a both and world, Tiff.
Yeah, I guess I'm still stuck in that limiting mindset. I got to work on that because I just keep thinking
See,
about.
that's the goddess. The goddess is both and instead of either or.
I like that one. Is there a real goddess, or is that just something that you've made up?
There are every major religion, including Catholicism, although they don't call her the goddess, has a divine feminine form. They all do. In the Hindu pantheon, for every male god, there's a female consort. There's a female god.
And is the female goddess or the female form, is that connected to then the both and?
Yeah. See, it's both and. It's not either or.
Okay.
And we live in a dualistic kind of paradigm. It's black or it's white, it's up or it's down, it's here or it's there. Right. But I think the task is to put it all together again. Put all the pieces together again.
Well, I've got until May to make it and.
Yeah.
Cruise and.
You can blame me for it. Right? Oh, Kerwin, we're doing both.
You know what? And the thing is that he would be game for it. He would totally be there. Like, but I would be the one to be like, oh my gosh, stress, worry, life. I gotta take care of stuff. Like,
no.
But it'll be totally cool. I got until May, right?
Yeah,
so where is
you got
one at?
This is in that festival that I told you about at Monte Sant'Angelo. So this is a picture of how they turn the streets with all the beautiful colored lights into the festival. And they have parades, and they parade statues, and they pray, and they eat, and they just do everything fun.
Is there a lot of dancing?
My grandfather used to dance the tarantella, which is named after a tarantula. And it's the dance that people used to do when they got bitten by a tarantula. I guess to get the poison out. I don't know. I don't know the story. There's some legend that goes with the tarantella. But anyway, I didn't see dancing, but there is. I only stayed one night, which was hard because it's a 3-day festival. So I didn't get to see it all.
I would just imagine that I think of maybe it's more Spanish, but I think of, the dressing in the colorful garb and just dancing in the streets when there's festivals and stuff. So I think Italy must be just like that, but I don't know. Yeah.
No, they do. They have festivals. Every village has a saint's festival. And so it's 3 days of partay, and eat and pray and I mean, it's just great. They just do it all.
We need to have more festivals.
In a highly elevated way. Yeah, we do.
I like that. Highly elevated way. That just sounds cool.
Yeah.
That's a good kind of party then. I really like that term for it. Not like the kind of party that we'd have here in Las Vegas, though.
Probably not.
We don't call it really elevated here. All right, sorry, the dogs are back in, because if you heard that sound, it was coming on the door. So we'll see if they're going to be a little quieter now. But so here's actually, you sent a picture too of the Black Madonna. Actually, I got one here. Whoa.
Yes, and she's one. Ah, there you go. She's one that I found in Alberobello. I didn't know she was, but you can see she's very, very dark. She's
Yeah.
diminutive. She's less than 2 feet tall, and she's clothed regally. They clothe them. It's almost like Barbie dolls. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just the gold and silver and black and to me, and she's always got the child. Well, not always. There are a few without the child, but mostly you will see her with the child, holding the child. And there's one in
Ah, okay.
Barcelona. Yeah, you see his little head sticking up. There's one in
Yeah.
Barcelona too,
It
called Montserrat.
looks like he's holding a rattle.
I think he's holding the world. Like he's got the whole world in his hands. You know that song? He
Yeah.
really does have the whole world in his hands.
This is how we're different. I think he's holding a rattle,
Yeah.
and you think he's holding the world. You just got the big picture thinking going on here. Like, I need to learn that from you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna soak it up.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I was saying, there's one in Barcelona that's very famous. It's way up this mountain. You have to like take a funicular up the mountain to get to it. And there's this big monastery and church and all kinds of stuff. But they're all famous for working a lot of miracles. And I feel like I've had a miracles, Tiff, like on a more sobering note, is that I had a stroke, a major hemorrhagic stroke in April of 2016, and I'm now walking without a cane. I'm fine tuning my gait. So I told him I want to dance the tango in Paris. My PT asked me what my goal is, and I say I'm dancing the tango in Paris. So anyway, I am a miracle, because the doctors
Yeah.
had told me, that you're hemiplegic, and not me, they told my executor, she's hemiplegic and she's bound for the nursing home. That was hi, look who's here.
This is Ian. But you see, he's so dark
Hi,
that
Ian.
I get whited out.
Yeah.
This is my boy, Ian. He says, "Hi, Mom. You're not giving me any attention." Sorry.
He's a lap dog, right?
This is why Jamie and I have on Thursday nights, we have our puppy side chats, because this is her and I have the dogs, and they're always around and making their presence known. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. But sorry.
Hey,
Yeah, you are definitely a miracle.
Yeah.
That's so cool to hear
Yeah,
you walking without a
Hi,
cane now. I think the
Penelope.
last time I saw you, you still had your cane. So.
Yeah, no, I've dispensed with the cane and I can do steps. And in Italy, I rented through VRBO. That's how I got my place. I rented through VRBO, and I rented what they called a villa. Well, a villa in Bari is a townhouse with marble steps. So I had 3 sets of marble steps to go up to get to the kitchen from the living room. So I developed a lot of core strength in 2 months. I was like working them steps, baby. So that helped me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie's manifest health.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Jamie. Hi,
I gotta
Penelope.
manifest some core strength too, so that I'll be ready.
Yeah, you will. There's a lot of walking. And that was helpful for me.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Where's Penelope? Where are you watching from? Comment and tell us where you're watching from. We're going through a tour of Roberta's Europe tour of Italy, right? And I don't know if your comments are over it too, but let me put it up here.
Okay,
You're eating.
I can see. Yeah. Of course. You'll see a lot of us eating. This was at a winery called Terra Jovia, and it means land of joy. And they grow the grapes there. Oh yeah, you've got to go there. It's called Terra Jovia. It's the land of joy. And then they give you a tour of the winery, how the wine is made, how it's organic, how the grapes are grown. You can see the grapes being crushed. It's just because we were there in September. And these are my beloved friends. That's my sister of the heart, Lisa, on the left, and that's me. And that's her cousin, Charlotte. She's from California, and she came to visit. And that's husband Steve. Charlotte is the blonde.
Charlotte's the blonde.
That's
okay, I was gonna say, because all the directions and my camera's reversed. I'm like, I don't know which is
Oh.
left.
Oh, okay. So Charlotte is the blonde. Lisa is the
Okay,
brunette.
cool.
I'm the gray
Gotcha.
hair. And Stephen is the only male present. He had a lot of
There you go.
estrogen to deal with over 2 weeks.
Right?
Gets canonized for sainthood for that.
Did you
So we
did
were
you have a
enjoying
lot of
that.
people? Did you have a lot of people coming to visit you while you were there?
I did. Just had a lot, weeks. My cousin came, my downstairs neighbors came, my next door neighbor, they all came because they got flights. If you guys are really serious about coming, you got to start looking for flights because there's a site called Just Fly, JUSTFLY, and I bought within the past 2 weeks a flight to Rome and back for $450. So I'm saying if you watch, you got to jump on it though, because there are these windows and then they change them back to 700 and blah, blah, blah. So just put Just Fly and sign up for their fare alerts and you get a
Okay.
cheap flight. Then you have more money to spend.
Right? That's awesome that you have so many people come though and hang with you. That's so totally
Yeah.
great.
Oh, yeah. We had so much fun. And I rented a car. That was good. Oh, God.
Oh, nice. This looks
Figs.
like the tree that died in our backyard. We planted this amazing fig tree, and this is Larkin. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. And
Hi,
it died.
Larkin.
I'm so bummed, but these look amazing.
Yes, figs. I
Wow.
feasted on figs I was there in August and the figs came in August and they were gone by September. At least this varietal of figs was gone. And
Yeah.
so I ate to my heart's content. It reminded me of my childhood. My grandparents had a fig tree. And of course, we just indulge and they're so sweet and delicious and good for you. Except if you eat too many, you have another kind of a problem.
Okay.
We won't go there on live video chat, right?
Thank you, Nat. So Jamie
Okay.
wants to know. Jamie wants to know where would she fly into. So when she sets her fare alerts, what is it to Rome or?
I found the cheapest flights were into Rome. Bari and Brindisi also have international airports, but they're less trafficked. So it's cheaper if you fly into Rome and then use like an intra-European like Ryanair, which is cheap flights like $40. Ryanair. Yeah. So I would combine, I'd use a major carrier to Rome and then Ryanair or Alitalia has cheap flights.
Okay. All
And
right.
then you'd fly into I'm not sure Lecce has an airport. That's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in Castigliano del Capo. I think that's the name of it. I sent it to you. I can't remember
Yeah, you sent
exactly.
it to me. I don't know if your landlord's
Okay.
still here. You could tell us the official name, right?
Yeah. Hi, are you
That's
still
cool.
there, Antonio?
That's totally cool.
I
And I'm
think
gonna
we
check
signed on.
because Kerwin, my heckler, gets works for American Airlines, so he gets us amazing discounts. So I know that
Yeah.
American has a flight. It sucks to get into. I was trying to go. I know Linda, when she's watching later, she's doing a trip to Prague later this year, and I totally wanted to go with her, but I can't get a good flight into Prague. There was like nothing that would connect. There's these massive, if you go through London, there's like a $500 tax that they charge you just because you showed up in London, on the airport. I'm like, for real? Like, it's not worth it, But Rome, I think there's a nonstop flight into Rome. I know there's one to Barcelona, right? So that's there. Is that?
No, it's farther. That's
Spain,
farther
but
west.
I know there's one into Barcelona, so at least, but at least if I can get to Barcelona, I could always connect, right?
Yes, absolutely,
So I'm
absolutely.
gonna look
They
into
have
that.
their rail system, Tiffany, is amazing.
Okay.
To take a train is amazing, and you get to see the countryside. I
I
took a
would
train
love to.
from Barcelona to Carcassonne. You might like to do that because you want to go to France and just train hop. How long are you going to stay? 6 months, like me?
Oh, right. Oh, okay. We gotta
Okay.
keep talking about this because periodically we're gonna have to just check in and see how the planning is going and all, because you gotta keep me inspired, Ugh.
Okay.
This would be like motivate me more than anything. They talk about what is your why, like why are you doing what you do? travel, and like France has always been like huge on my list. It's like, but sometimes it seems so far away, you know. It's like, how are you going to really make this happen? But like these kind of conversations, it brings it so close. It's like you can touch it, and it's like, oh
Yes, you can. And honestly, it's no more expensive than flying within the country. It really
well,
isn't.
here's the thing though. So it's just life. It's just taking care of life and your bills. Like, so you leave your home, but you still have to pay your mortgage, you know, and then you have dogs you have to take
Right.
care of, someone else take care of them. So it's just those kind of things. I mean, with like, it's like Miriam is expanding to Europe. We're already opening in Austria and Germany. I'm like, France is coming. And my plan was always that I was going to do this trip to France when Miriam opened in France. And that was why I was going to like stay there. And then it's like a business write-off and I can expand my business there.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. But it's coming. I know it's coming quick. And I'm like,
Well, be there first. And then be there first and explore and say, I have the credentials. See, I'm a career counselor too.
That's what I'm saying. We got to keep having these chats because I'm going, man. It's going to be totally cool. So where's this one?
Oh, that's one of many, many basilicas that I went to. They're just everywhere. And this, I think, is in Capurso. I think this is the one in Capurso. If not, it's the one in Bari. They're hard to tell, but just the magnificence of the structure, the gold, and you know, real gold, and just churches open, welcoming people. And it's really kind of sad, Tiffany, and maybe this is a function because I stopped going to church when I was, of course, in college, and then after, until my kids went came into the picture and got baptized. And why is the picture of my son, my then husband, and I would take bets on how long he was going to last through the service. Is he going to make it till the Our Father? Or is he going to make is he going to rip money out of the coffers? You know, he was naughty. But anyway, the magnificence of the churches and the fact that young people, you won't see many young people in the churches. They're all mostly elderly people.
And do you know what does the term basilica mean? Like, why is it called a basilica versus a church?
A cathedral. And I don't know. One of them has a bunch of altars down the side. I think that's a basilica. They have like altars upon altars upon altars, and then one main one. I think that's what a basilica is. And a cathedral is, I think, where the bishop is in charge instead of just a priest, and then a church is just a priest. But don't quote me on that because I'm not up with my church history, and they kick me out.
Well, you know more than I do, and you've been in Italy, so you clearly get marks for that. This one looks like it's a Black Madonna, but the baby isn't black.
The baby is white, and that was what was so unique about her. She was just, to me, amazing, and she's all dressed up in this finery and these robes. But to me, she's a virgin for our times. Like, she gave birth to a white baby, and she's black. And look at there. We need to get along. It's as deep as Mary and Jesus. Do you know what I mean? It's like, get along, people. Get over yourselves. Right?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think she's very much for our times, Tiffany, the Black Madonna, because of her connection to the earth and the devastation that's happening to our planet, and because of her blackness and her mysteriousness that we don't know it all. We don't know it all. And we don't want to be recipients of the downside.
This one's really cool though looking.
Oh yeah.
It looks more like a tribal version.
Yeah.
I like this one. You froze, Roberta. Did you go somewhere? You don't have Wi-Fi?
Tiffany, I got disconnected.
Yeah, you froze for a second there. But you're back.
All right. Here's the deal. I don't know a lot about her. I found her. I find them in the most unusual places. I found her in Monte Sant'Angelo. I found her at my grandparents' church. Now, my grandmother would always tell me stories. She didn't speak any English. It was all broken Italian with a few English words thrown in. But she would always tell me stories about going down 100 steps into a cave to go to church. I was like, Grandma, nobody goes to church in a cave. She goes, yeah, we did. So I went and sussed her out, and sure enough, this church is inside of a mountain, 100 steps down, where St. Michael is said to have appeared in the 13th century. And so they built a big cathedral there. And it's just you can feel the vibe of it. It's a very sacred place. But anyway, she is up top there, and I don't know her story. See, that's the kind of thing I have to find out. Like, who is she, and why is she there? And some priest somewhere will be able to tell me her story. They can tell you the legends, and they're legends. You know, you can't go back to the 1300s or 13th century and figure it out. But anyway.
So, are you documenting this?
Not as well as I should. I have pictures. I think there's a book in here somewhere, Tiffany, and I haven't quite put it together. Maybe it's a picture book. I don't know. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of research that I did in the south of France. In the south of France, there are 150 of these Black Madonnas. There are tons of them.
Wow.
Well, tons, but.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, I don't know how the priest would feel about this or not, but wouldn't it be awesome for you to put them on a video? Like, you talk to this priest at this church here and get the story, but get it on video.
Oh.
Share it. How amazing is that going to be for people to see a priest from Italy sharing the story about this particular Black Madonna? And there's your thing. Every church you go to, you're getting a priest to tell you on video their story about the Black Madonna, what the legend is about it. Could you imagine, like, what kind of...
love it.
It would be, like,
yeah.
Amazing. There's your blog post right there. Just the video you did. You put in a couple sentences introducing it. Here, watch. And you're like,
okay, you come with me as my technical assistant. I put myself off of Facebook.
This is training right here. You're getting your feet.
But you notice it took me 6 minutes to figure out how to get on.
Did you say 6 minutes?
Wasn't it 12:06 when you went, we're waiting for you?
No, but that's nothing. That's like a little bit.
Really?
We all have technical issues. Seriously. You know, I've had people that can't even get on because, like, Jamie can tell you, we can't do horizontal together. I just had a guest on last night and we were horizontal. Me and Ellen were great, but Jamie and I can't do it for whatever reason. But so we had issues where we couldn't even do it one night because we couldn't get together. Like, don't worry, this is how it goes.
Okay. I love how relaxed you are about it.
Well, it's like live, man. You know, when I started doing videos, there wasn't live, and so you just recorded them. And I was such a perfectionist. I would do so many takes. It was just. It killed me because then you lose any kind of spontaneity or any kind of, like, happiness because now you're just, like, repeating the same thing you said 50 other times, doing it again. So live is great. If you screw up, you screw up.
I know. Well, it's easy to do live with you.
People that like
so
you.
Easy. Yeah.
People that
if they don't like me,
I
won't know it unless they put nasty signs down there. Don't put anything nasty, Jamie.
There is no thumbs
Don't
down.
crush me. I'll never do it again.
Right? Yeah, I don't know, Jamie, why you can't go sideways. I think it's do you have your phone locked against rotating? That's all I could think. So that's why I want to check with you when we're together. Because I think that's what it is. If your screen doesn't shift when you rotate your phone from, vertical to horizontal, you just have a lock on it. But I know Jamie would always be nice, though. So
I know you would,
my gosh.
Jamie.
And if you don't have Wi-Fi somewhere, I mean, you could do a live video, but if you don't have good Wi-Fi where you are, then just do a recorded video with that priest, and then post it. I mean, you're going to be like reporting live from Italy. I mean, you just got to come up with your tagline. Maybe it's your brand or, something, the quest for the Black Madonna kind of thing, come up with a name for you document your whole journey in Italy, not just the Black Madonna though too, but like what, the food that you're eating. Oh my gosh, I'm here at this vineyard, it's like, oh my gosh, they're crushing grapes and look at that. I mean, just think, like you were telling me about the tomatoes, share about the tomatoes.
Oh my God, the tomatoes were the best tomatoes I've ever eaten. They're all Roma tomatoes, but honestly, you would cut them and no juice would come out. They were just all meat. It was just, they were so good. Tomatoes. I'm a snob. I'm a food snob, and it was all accidental. It's not my fault. You know, it's just like, this isn't as good as that. This isn't as good. I'll never eat pizza here. You know what I mean?
Oh, right?
I might
Well,
in
that's
New
not a
York.
bad thing, though.
That's probably a good thing. Right.
Right? See,
Right.
I could do all right. Like, if I could eat tomatoes and stuff, I could still be raw out there. But then the
You know
scenery,
what?
right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Let's hold that up. That's okay. I was going to say to you, I was afraid I'd gain weight. I'm overweight from being immobile after the stroke. I couldn't move a lot, so I gained, like, we don't even want to talk about how much weight I've gained, but, or at least I don't want to talk about it. But there, I came back and I went to the doctor the very next week after I got back, and I had gained 1 pound. And it's because the food is so good and so healthy. They haven't tampered with it. It's just how it was, you know, 100 or 200 years ago, or at least that's my impression. And the taste of it is entirely different. It's just different. The olive oil tastes different. The
Oh, awesome.
wine, oh my God, I didn't even know I liked red wine. I used to get headaches from red wine. Well, it wasn't the red wine. It was the sulfites and the nastiness that's put into it. Oh,
Yeah.
while I'm giving you tips, I'm giving away all my secrets. There's another winery. There's Terra Jovia, but I don't think you can buy that wine over here. But there's another winery called Pietra Ventosa. Pietra, Pietra Ventosa. And it means Pietra is stone and Ventosa is wind because the soil is all rocky and windy. And it's windy there. And so their wine has won all kinds of awards in Italy. It's totally organic. They call it bio. It's totally grown. She showed us how the grapes were grown. They weren't even espaliered up on wires. They were, some of them were let just to cascade down. And that's very intensive harvesting because you've got to bend your back really low to get the grapes.
Right.
And there are a fewer of them. But Pietra Ventosa, and they sell in DC. Now I don't know where else they sell, but look it up and see if you can get it. Pietra
I'll have to
Ventosa,
check it out.
well recommended if you like red wine, and
I
not that
do.
expensive.
I'm trying to get the organic stuff and the ones without those added sulfites, you know, so.
Yes.
Very cool.
Cool.
Okay, so where was this one at?
Hold it up. I can't. Oh, that was in San Vito. And San Vito, keep holding it up and I'll describe it to you. San Vito is a free public beach. It has little boats you can rent. The castle that you see on the right, you can go out swimming among the castle ruins. It's just the craziest thing you've ever seen. And on the left, that little white building is the best Italian restaurant. San Vito was maybe, I don't know, half an hour south of Bari, between Bari and Brindisi. So San Vito, if you ever go there, it's definitely, a lot of the beaches, they're called spiaggias, and they charge like 30 euros a day. But this was a free beach, and you bring your own stuff, you know? I prefer that anyway. And in September, oh, that's the other thing. Everybody's going to want to come in September now, when I say this, but August is when all the Italians come on their vacations. And so the part of Italy that I was in, Bari, is where the Italians go on their vacations. I saw very few tourists, except when I went to Rome.
Okay, gotcha.
But in September, the beaches are almost empty, and they're exquisitely, they have 5 months of summer, May, June, July, August, and September. How bad is that?
Okay, so I'm coming in May, so that's cool.
Okay. Stay until September. Okay.
Well, and the thing was, it's always been, it's closed, so I may have to coordinate this with France, because my trip to France is planned out for in April. I wanted it to come in April because I wanted to do the cherry blossoms, and also we were going to start our trip in Paris just to acclimate a bit for like 2 or 3 days, and then we were going to go up to the mountains and go snowboarding, do the spring snow, and then come back and then start the rest of our route. So it was kind of wanting to time it around it.
There's a train called the Little Yellow Train you should take to Perpignan. Yeah, Little Yellow Train on the way to Spain.
Okay.
Through the snow.
There was a train that I saw that went from Paris to the mountains on the east. I forget what the name of the mountains was that you do the snowboarding at there, but it was like one of those overnight trains too. It was like really cool. I thought, how perfect is this? We're gonna take our stuff, and then we can just store our snowboard bags, somewhere in Paris that we'll come back to before we catch our flight home. So that's
cool. So I was going to tell
first.
you, if you go to Carcassonne, this is on another note, and this goes for everybody watching out there, Jamie Lee. If you go to the south of France, if you decide to go, I can turn you on to a really nice place to stay in Carcassonne. In Carcassonne,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, South France. Talk to Roberta.
Really good friends of mine, yeah.
Ah, okay. Cool. I don't have places to stay figured out. So I kind of had and then in the south of France side, I didn't really have a lot of there was so much there when I was looking at everything, so much to see. And so it was I want to just then you were oh my gosh, I need more than a month. I can't
you do.
Crazy. But there are so many places, so I don't have anything specific there. So
I'll tell you one thing I learned from the stroke, Tiffany, is grab it when you see it and just do it and don't even think about it. I mean, not to be reckless with your finances or anything. I'm not encouraging that, but seize the day, seize the moment. And that's really true because honestly, when a stroke hits you, you don't know it's coming. You're just gone. You're just, blotto. And so what I'm saying to you is that do it. In short.
Yes, I hear you on that. I agree. I really do. So good reminders though. Keep telling me, right? So where's this one?
Oh, that's in the Amalfi Coast. I took that on the Amalfi Coast. And that's between Naples and Sorrento and Portofino. And you drive down the Amalfi Coast and it's just beautiful, mountains meeting the sea. And there's a really cool movie to watch if you want to know what the Amalfi Coast looks like. It's called A Good Woman. It's Oscar Wilde's play. A Good Woman. Helen Hunt, Scarlett Johansson. A Good Woman. Did you see it? Really, the Amalfi Coast?
I've either seen the movie or seen previews of it because I remember that. But it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Jamie's going to be the Italy animal Reiki person.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Jamie, you would love it there because the Italians take their dogs everywhere. To restaurants, shopping in the mall. All the dogs go everywhere. They're usually little dogs, but they just bring their dogs on a leash and they just go shopping with them.
Jamie's got little dogs. I'm the one who's got the big dogs. So.
Oh, you got the big dogs.
Yeah. Is there an animal sanctuary did you come across, Roberta?
Not there, but in Ecuador I did.
Wrong country.
Wrong country. No, don't know.
Are these olive trees?
Those are olive trees, and the whole region is nothing but olive trees. Those are particularly old ones because you can tell by the trunk and the gnarly. But they're exquisitely beautiful.
Yeah. That's cool. And are the olives such that you actually, what do you have to do to them before you can eat them? Can you pick and you eat like that, or is something? I don't know how they really grow and
because
look.
they weren't harvested when I was there. So I left at the end of September and they weren't ready to be harvested. I think the black olives, they're also called ripe olives. They let them ripen on the tree and they turn black. But the green ones, I don't know when you pick them or what. I don't know the process.
But do you know
olive bloom.
Do you know if that's how they come, or are they in a shell of some sort?
Oh, no, that's how they come.
That's how they come. So that's you could pick it then and then directly eat it. Wow.
You could, but I don't know if it has to be cured. You know how all the olives, I don't know what it tastes like right off the tree. I don't know. That's next year.
Next year, right? And then you got some cool peppers?
Yeah, that was again on the Amalfi Coast. They would just have these stands. Well, you can see the water and stuff behind, I think. I think that's water in the city behind there. But anyway, is it?
I can see the city. I can't see any water, but I can see all the city buildings.
Yeah. They just have these stands with these beautiful, glorious, fresh vegetables everywhere. And, you know, you just stop and buy some and eat. And I could exist on the bread and the tomatoes and the olive oil. I mean, in fact, I did for lunch. That was it.
I totally could. That's why I'm like, it's just gonna be hard. I want to be, you know, super healthy. So, oh, that's my last picture too. Oh, okay. I was like, hey, where's the next one? Oh, it's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. We're a tribe of 3 so far. Okay, Jamie, you're in. You know that.
Right?
You stayed for the video. Right?
And she's at work too. Look at that, man. We won't tell.
We're probably getting spied on.
Who knows who Jamie is? We don't know who Jamie is. Nobody knows about Jamie, right? She's incognito. She's anonymous, right?
Okay, she's in.
It's gonna be cool. I'm definitely gonna be checking out flights. I gotta check out flights. I gotta find out about and it depends too. Kerwin will bid for his vacation next year, coming up in the next few weeks. So we'll see what time off that he can get.
Fabulous.
Be, you know, cool. And then we'll have to start putting a plan. If Jamie's leaving, she can't watch our dogs for us when we go. So I don't know.
Well, you could come consecutively unless you want to come together. And you have to talk about coupling it with a visit to France. There's always that. I might come to France and join you for a while.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think we'll have to really just kind of see what we got to talk about what we want to get out of this trip. And what our goal is going to be, and then to make sure it goes right. Because I feel like France is so important to me that I can't see it without him. Just because it's so, it's like so high up there, special for me that I want to share it with him. But
Parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous français?
No, but I have this app, and see, I need to pay attention to it. It's not on my. Oh yeah, it's even here on my iPad. This app right here, Duolingo.
I used it. It's wonderful. It's grand.
I've got it set up for French, and I just, you know, I haven't really been doing a lot with it, but I know a few words, you know. So food, I know some food words. That's all that's gonna matter. And oh, you know what? Like in France, I imagine, I don't know if they do this in Italy, but in France, to me, it's like the cafes. I want to go to the open markets. I know you said they've got the food in Italy at all those markets. I want to do that in France. I want to do a little shopping in those outdoor markets for food, and then for stuff too. I want to see the cool things they have. And then the cafes. I imagine that I could drink coffee again in France, that I'd have to drink coffee again, because I'd want to sit at every cafe at an outdoor table and just watch people go by and just enjoy the whole vibe.
Absolutely. And you can do that in Italy too. They're called trattorias. So you can just go from one country to another and sit at cafes.
I'll be high on caffeine. You know, maybe they'll do decaf. I could at least do the decaf side.
Yeah. Well, my cousin, I told you, she's a food Nazi. She had to be sure they were going to have almond milk for her. They do. They have almond milk in Italy. I'm here to tell you.
All right, good. Maybe her and I need to have a chat before I go, so I can be prepared with.
You know what? In all seriousness, that's what she does. She coaches people, and now that has Italy under her belt, she could tell you how she navigated and what she took. She took a lot of stuff she didn't need to take that she could have gotten there.
Roberta,
what?
You need to do a video and have her on as your guest, giving tips for eating in Italy.
Oh, you are such an idea maven.
there is one of your like planning to go back to Italy, so you're starting everything now before you even get there. You start building the excitement. So you've already got Jamie and me in. Valerie wants you to be a tour guide. You know Linda Footy's in too. So you've already got these people that want you to be their hostess. You're gonna put your retreat together. You start building it all up now. You're gonna be so flippin' busy out there. You'd be like, okay guys, I'm blocking this week off because I need a vacation. You can't come this week. You know? Awesome for you.
Yeah. Oh, I would love it because I love sharing my passion. You know, that's what I want to do anyway. So, and it's interesting, Tiffany, because I put together 3 workshops for the year of 2017 and not one of them materialized. Isn't that interesting? I mean, it's just not supposed to be. And I take it the universe is saying, not that, you know, okay, I'm down with it.
Not there.
Yeah.
Not that, but just not there. So I think if the yes is doom in Italy.
Yeah. Oh, Jamie goes, yes. I love having a
Yeah.
fan club.
And
Jamie, I
then
love
you
having a
have
fan
different,
club.
yeah, have different types of events too. Like some people maybe can only come for a little bit, or some people want this kind of experience versus that kind. You could even do some pre-surveys for people, people that want to come to Italy. What do you want to see? Ask people to list some things they'd want to
Yeah.
see, or what kind of experience
Yeah.
do you want to have, or how does this package sound versus this package? Give people choices between A, B, and C and stuff.
Very cool. And when Alan and I took the train from Bari to Rome, because we didn't want to drive in Rome, it was like that's over the top. I drove in Italy though. I
Yeah.
did drive in Italy. It was okay. They're actually very polite. But anyway, why was I telling you this? Oh, we
Package.
stayed at a hotel called Hotel Academia in Rome that was like around the corner from the Trevi Fountain, and it was not expensive and it included breakfast. So if you're going to do Rome, I'll help figure it out for you. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna so then you're gonna be the travel agent for everybody too. So
The Black Madonna travel agent.
I'm really like serious because there's so
Yeah.
much you could do with this. So do that
Yeah.
video about the food. What to prepare for, how to be eating healthy in Italy. Do that video. Do a little live video. Have her come on as your guest. Start that one. You got, where are you gonna stay? Here's some cool places to stay. It's like you just start building all these different things, and it's the Black Madonnas that you're going to be sharing about. It's the priests you're going to be interviewing. It's, the food stands you're going to be showing people about. It's like life, so you just need to like
Right.
brand it. So if you've had to, what is your brand right now?
I don't know.
Isn't it something with a W? Don't you have a W?
Oh,
Wisdom?
Women of Wisdom. Women of
Women of-
Wisdom. That was going to be the retreats and the workshops. But I think workshops are kind of on their way out. I mean, not just mine, but I'm not signing up for workshops the way, and my friends aren't signing up for workshops the way that they were. I think it's all about what you're saying, having these videos, and it seems to be sounds true, and all those are heading in that direction.
I
You
think
know?
it's just creating experiences for people. And if you show the kind of experience you're going to create, it can be, a workshop, but not necessarily like a sitting in a classroom kind of workshop. It
Right.
could be this workshop we're going to have this day is we're going to go to this vineyard and we're going to see how they're making the wine. And that's part
Yeah.
of, this whole retreat and this whole Italian experience that you're going to give to people. And you could even maybe give people options as to different, it's like, this is the package. It includes these number of days and these type of activities. Maybe pick a couple that, you want to do and help
Yeah.
people
That sounds like
build their
fun.
own thing. It's
And
going
I
to be
could just
amazing.
interview. Yeah, I could just interview like I made friends with the vineyard owners, both of them. So how cool is
You,
that?
and then yeah, while you're there, then you're even promoting for your next retreat or your next tour guide grouping package that you're putting together. You're interviewing people, and you've got this video. Now you've created this video of interviewing this what do you call them? Vineyard owner. Like, what do you call the vineyard owner? They've got a name, right?
Uh, I don't
They're a
know what in
winemaker.
American we call it in Italian. It's Azienda Vinicola.
Yeah,
It's the wine
see?
house.
So Winehouse. Okay, great.
The
So
wine house.
you're gonna interview them, and you'll have this video as like your stock video. And so now when you're sharing about, hey, we're gonna go tour this vineyard. Now you can show this video as your promo for it. So you build up your portfolio of all these different videos you have. You could even, if you made friends with him, you could have the vineyard owner on one of your live videos now.
Guess what? They were both women.
Great! Oh my gosh! Woo!
I know.
Awesome. So have her on as a live video.
Yeah.
Schedule a time and
Yeah.
say, you know what? I'm putting together a package, and we're gonna, bring some people to Italy. We want to have a full experience, and I just really wanted to invite you on today to share your story about how you got started. How did this, vineyard come into your family, or just questions. Just have the back and forth with it. People are
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah.
excited. You will have
Yeah.
packages sold as soon as you can put them together, Roberta. I'm telling you.
Okay. All right, my dear. I have financed my future here. I love it.
You totally have. It's not going to be 6 months anymore in Italy. It's just going to be, just you're going to be 6
Constant.
months to 6 months to 6 months.
Well, I'm working on getting my Italian citizenship. Like, I really am. And because my grandfather was a citizen when my mother was born, and my mother had dual citizenship, she never knew it because my grandfather, it's called Jure Sanguinis, which is law of blood. He passed the citizenship to her by her blood, and she passed it to me, and I'm passing it to my kids. But it's a lengthy process. Everybody's got to be documented alive, their death certificates,
Right.
yeah. But
That's
anyway,
awesome.
it's been an interesting group.
That's a great story too.
Tiffany, you are such a cheerleader. I'm feeling overwhelmed.
Okay, I'll stop. I'll do
Okay,
this myself.
but we have to have private conversations and figure this out. Yeah, I'd love to. I would love to.
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
hire you as my consultant. And then you can come over to Italy and it's a work expense.
I'm excited. Yeah, you know what?
But
I need to come up with that because that's a great idea for me, honestly, because the idea thing, it's like, so, I have to come up with what I get a picture of is me with one of those bubbles over my head, which is lots of
yeah,
different things going on inside of it,
yeah. Overstim. We do that to each
Like,
other. I know that.
do you need some of these for you? It's like, contact Tiffany, she can help.
Yeah, yeah. And my cousin can do the food because she really does know nutrition. And so worried about gaining weight, that won't happen.
Okay, so
Okay.
because of all the things that I'm throwing at you, I don't want to overwhelm you with all my ideas. And you said I already have, so I want to back it up here a second. What
Okay.
is one thing that you could do to move forward in the direction of creating this life for yourself in Italy and bringing people together in Italy and sharing this love for the country that you've fallen for? What would be the one thing that you could do to kind of move that forward?
Okay, well, I've already booked my flight. I could apply for my visa, but the main thing I'm going to do is when we get off, I'm calling my cousin.
Okay.
Because she knows the food, I mean, inside out, and she can give nutritional advice, and she's very knowledgeable about, the contents and the kind of semolina that it is and blah, 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 that I'm not.
You could, maybe it's the talk with her. Maybe it's you put a program together, different. You talk about this kind of noodle one day, or you talk about the wheat one day, or you talk about, raw vegetables one day. You
Yeah,
could have
organic wine. Organic wine.
Yeah, like maybe it's a once a week thing with her, then have a conversation, it's like, and then it's your tagline for that is, this is not it, but like food in Italy,
Yes.
or how to not gain weight in Italy, or how to eat raw
Yeah.
in Italy, or, what's the
Yeah.
Italian word for food?
Cucina is kitchen.
Okay.
Why can't I think of it? I can't think of it, but cucina,
Okay.
something,
Yeah.
the kitchen.
Italia.
You know what they call it? You know what they
Cucina, right?
call it in the south of Italy? And what my grandmother cooked was called cucina povera, and it means the poor person's kitchen. And it is eating healthy, kind of off the land, and not really rich. So it could be cucina povera.
Okay, so there you go. That's the perfect. We got to stop there because you've got
Okay.
your name for it. You're going to call your cousin. You're going to get something set up with her, get her on board to start doing some of these videos with you, blog posts even, just sharing stuff. Just one thing right there. That's perfect.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Well, thank you for helping me get over myself. I seem to have done it well. You have to shut me up.
No, this has been a fantastic talk. I've learned so much.
Yeah.
And I know
Yeah.
that everyone that's catching it live and on the replay, and thank you, Jamie, for being here live to support us too. But I know everyone's going to get so many good nuggets out of it. And even if Italy isn't for them, they're going to be inspired to pursue their dreams. you know,
Right.
to go for it. And just like you said, not who knows what's going to happen next. So just
Yes.
seize the day and do your thing. And it's like, I'm just like so excited about everything. I'm just like, no, what am I going to
I
do?
am
It's like,
too. I am too. You really spark me. Thank you.
good. And we got to do this again. So
Yes,
we
we
can
will.
figure out offline when we're going to have our next chat. And you can tell me how it's going. And
Yeah.
we can talk about the Ayurveda too, you said, right?
Yeah, and we can also talk about France because I left a big piece of my heart in France, and I have dear friends in the south of France. So I could dig through my computer and find those pictures from the south of France and talk to you about that.
Okay. Hey, I know we said we could do this offline, but does next Monday sound good?
Let me look. Can I look?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
I'm gonna have to turn you off. Okay.
That's totally cool, guys. Did you enjoy this? I totally enjoyed it. I know we've talked a long time today, and you may need to have watched this in pieces or fast forward it or something. That's totally fine too. But aren't you excited? I am totally excited for Roberta's journey, for my journey, for the ideas that I'm having for this. People are like, this is totally cool. I'm going to be the marketing idea expert in some sort of way, like how to promote yourself,
Yes,
how to be online, social media you.
absolutely, because you're gifted at it. Because I was really like reluctant. You know that. I was like, I don't know. Anyway, yes, it can't be at 12 noon because I have a manicure and I leave the next day for Florida. So, but it can be later in the afternoon, like about 2 my time. What time is that your
Okay,
time? Is that good?
11. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'll put you down for 2 o'clock. What are we talking about anyway?
I want to know an update on your conversation with your cousin.
Okay.
It's the what's the name of your poor man's kitchen again?
Cucina Povera.
Cucina Povera. I want to know how that is coming along, and then I want to hear some of this Ayurveda stuff that you were talking about.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
in France.
Okay. I'll just let you talk and then I'll talk right along with you. All right.
Find some pictures. Find some pictures of
Okay.
France.
I will. I
All
will.
right, bye,
Send
Roberta.
me a text. Bye, sweetie. Bye, Jamie.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
tuning in. Bye.
Uh-huh. That was awesome. Yay. Thank you so much, Roberta, for joining me today. This is a fantastic day 23 of the Joie Chronicles. I'm super excited about it. And now I don't know what is next week, Monday. Next week, Monday is the 30th. So that's going to be day 30 of my journey. We're going to have Roberta back. It's going to be totally cool. So now you know you got to plan for some time when Roberta and I get talking. So this is a good thing. Gosh, I got some notes I was taking, some things that she shared too. And I'm going to be looking at flights and all. So yay. Today is Monday. So today, for my $150 Nerium shopping spree giveaway, just to give you a quick update on that, entries today, I'm going to be posting shortly a Monday meme. And what you do is here on my fan page, you are going to like and share that meme and get entries into my shopping spree. If you want to post your own meme and tag me in it, I'm game for that too. You'll get extra entries. So I'll be posting my meme and then of course my official instructions. So watch for the pinned post here on the page, and then you can scroll down to then find the Nerium meme. It's going to be a cute one. So that's today's for my entries into that drawing. Tomorrow I'm back in the kitchen and I'm at 4 p.m. Pacific. I'll be doing something, maybe not have my heckler here supporting me. I don't know. I do have a request for what I'm going to share with you in this kitchen episode tomorrow. I just got to go to the store and see if I can find it. It's a bit of an unusual food item that I need to make something from. So if I can find it, I don't want to tell you and then not be able to get one of it or two. But I'm going to go shopping today. I'm thinking I'm going to the Asian market, so that might give you a little clue. I'm going to check there first and see if I can find it. That's tomorrow, and then Wednesday I'm open. So if you want to join me live on Wednesday, let me know. We can actually, my time hasn't even been set yet, so I may just I don't know. And then Thursday, Jamie and I, Puppy Side Chats, 7 p.m. And that's all she wrote. I'm done. I am talked out. I am excited and inspired, and I need to do a download because I already had an amazing idea for my version of a home shopping network show that I want to start doing. So I got to write down all my ideas for that. I'm going to need your help on a name for it. I want a name for my show, like Joy TV, or someone else was sharing. Another friend was sharing Tiffany's Home Time. Tiffany's Home Time. Yeah. So that idea too. Trying to think about something for this, and we'll see. It's going to be a Nerium related show. I'm going to showcase some products, probably maybe do some giveaways. I also want to have people doing samples, you know, live too. So I got to figure this out because I'm going to have a little banner beside me here advertising my show. So I got to do a download on that idea and all of my other cool ideas and how to get my France, Italy trip put together. It's going to be so much fun. So thank you guys for tuning in, for supporting me. Make sure to give me lots of likes and hearts. And if you want to help promote Roberta, share this video so that they can learn a little bit about Italy and her travels and be inspired to join her and keep spreading the word. We're going to keep Roberta super busy while she's there in Italy, just hosting all of us Americans and anybody really in the world that wants to have a taste of Italy. Ooh, a taste of Italy. That's a good word. A good name. All right. Bye, everyone. I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. for In the Kitchen with Tiffany Almazan and Life of Joy.